Hey everyone, welcome back to AGTube Central's podcast series. This is episode 5, and for today's podcast, we have DancingDollphins as our guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey y'all, it's me, Olivia from DancingDollphins, and I'm so excited to be featured on this podcast. I think this is so cool. So yeah.
I am super excited to be here with Olivia today, and I have so many questions, so let's get started with the questions. So, first off, you started your channel in April of 2016, right?
Yes.
And so since then, you've gained 1,000 subscribers, and you recently just hit 1,000. And you've posted a lot of stop motions and other fun videos. And I was wondering what inspired you to join AGTube?
I think, well, I've always been into dolls, like, for as long as I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, my sister and I found AGTube by looking at American Girl, like, craft tutorials, and on the side was a Basil Mentos stop motion. So that's how we found AGTube. But, like, after we found it, like, we both were, like, super, like, intrigued by it and started making them. So I've been making stop motions for a long time, but I didn't create my channel until I was, like, I guess, like you said, 2016. And so, sorry, I'm blanking now. I do this, I'm sorry. But yeah, so what inspired me to create my channel was, like, storytelling through dolls is so cool. And I thought, like, that was a really fun, like, creative outlet. So yeah, I guess that's kind of what inspired me to create my channel, was, like, seeing other AGTubers videos and, like, wanting to make them myself.
Cool. So, did you say that you had been making stop motions even before you made your channel and just, like, didn't post them, or?
Yeah, I made stop motions. We found AGTube in 2012, I believe, and I didn't create my channel until 2016. So I made them for a long time, like that whole, like, 4 years in between there. But
That was a lot of good practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must have been nice to, like, have that practice beforehand, because most people, when they start, their stop motions are, like, really bad, and then gradually they get better. But when you started, you had a lot of practice already, and so your stop motions were already pretty good compared to people who start when they're, like, huge movements. Not that, like, I mean, everyone starts somewhere, but
Yeah.
you had a lot of practice and were able to start somewhere that probably helped your channel grow faster than some other channels that have to start from the very beginning of, like, no experience.
Yeah, well, thank you.
So I noticed that your sister started her channel, like, 3 years before yours.
Mm-hmm.
And you had still been making videos during that whole time, right? Even when,
Yeah.
like, so is there any reason why you waited to create your channel, or you just?
Well, I was 6 years old when we found AGTube, so I was, like, really young to have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So age was really the main thing why I waited. I wanted one the whole time, but I just, like, I wasn't allowed to have one because I was so young.
Yeah,
But
that makes sense.
yeah.
So let's see. When creating your channel, how did you come up with your channel name, DancingDollphins?
My mom actually created my channel name. I think I was, like, 7, I don't know. It was whenever Lizzie created her channel. And so she was trying to come up with a username, and I was like, oh, I want a username, even though I didn't have a channel. I knew I wasn't gonna have one for a while. I still wanted a username, like, to not do anything with, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so my mom was like, well, what about, like, DancingDollphins? And which is kind of funny because, like, I did technically, like, do dance when I was little, but, like, I'm not a dancer. Like, I'm super, like, uncoordinated and, like, not a dancer. So I don't know, it was kind of random, but yeah, so my mom came up with it and it just kind of stuck. And then I've always been DancingDollphins because I don't know, but it's always kind of stuck. So,
Yeah, that's so cool. Also, I noticed that both your channel and your sister's channel have, like, animal related names.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
Yeah.
guys do that on purpose, or?
No. My mom actually came up with both of our usernames, so I don't know where they came from, really. But Yeah, I don't know. Dolphins and hippos are kind of unrelated, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Both of the names are so cute, and I love how it's like dancing dolphins, like doll, but
Mhm.
instead of just dolphins. I think that adds like it makes it unique to your channel because there's probably another channel called Dancing Dolphins that's just like just normal word
Yeah,
dolphins,
well,
but not
thank you.
like dolphins.
Yeah, thank you.
um, let's see. How many dolls do you have in your collection, and can you name them for us?
Yes, I have. Okay, I don't know why I'm stuck that I have, like, in my brain it's stuck that I have 11 dolls, but I don't. I have 14 dolls, I believe. But like every time I think about it, I'm like, oh, I have 11, but I'm like, really, no, I don't have 11. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure I have 14. But so yeah, I have Molly, Emily, Sage, number 60, who I named Sky, Isabel, Samantha, Greenlee, who is a Grace doll, who I renamed. Greenlee, Mary Ellen. Sorry, I have to go in order, or else I get all mixed up.
Oh yeah.
Mary Ellen. Wait, and then sorry, I stopped and I'm like, wait a second, who's next? Then Carter, who is a Leah doll. Lindy, who is number 24. Hazel, who is Mia, and then Lena, who is an Ivy doll. I didn't realize how many of these I renamed. Wow. But and then Liberty, who is a Melody doll, and Kanani, who I recently just got and renamed her Iridessa.
Oh, that's why I haven't seen her very much on your channel.
Yeah.
Are there any dolls in your collection that, or not in your collection, are there any dolls that have retired that you wish you had bought while they were out that are now like a lot harder to find?
Um, I don't know. See, I'm really happy with the way my collection, like with my collection right now. So like I don't know if I like regret not buying any dolls, but a doll that I've always loved who's now retired that is harder to get is Ruthie.
Mm-hmm.
I've always thought she was like so pretty, and I've almost bought her a couple times, but didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I just recently have been more into Z's collection
Yeah.
and how cute she is. And I'm like, I don't think we ever went to the American Girl store when she was out, so I
Yeah.
never got to see her like on display. I feel
Hmm.
like if I did, I probably would have ended up asking for her because she's so cute. And I think I'm gonna start looking for one eventually, but I already got $2 this year, and for me that's a lot because usually I only
Yeah.
get like one or two total in the year because my birthday's in May and then Christmas is like perfectly separated, so I can
Yeah.
get like one each.
That's
Well,
nice.
usually I don't, but yeah. So I've already had gotten $2 this year, so I'm probably gonna not ask for Z and maybe save up for her. I'll probably
Mhm.
ask for Z's desk because I think that would be really cute in the dollhouse.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Um, if you had to change one of your doll's names, whose name would you change and what would you change it to?
Ooh, I don't know. I've never thought about that one. Um, I don't I don't know. I feel like I've molded all of their characters to fit their names. So
Yeah.
like now like, thinking of changing their names is just like weird because like I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe Emily because like Emily's personality changes like every 5 seconds. I can't seem to like create a personality that like sticks with her. But I don't know. I don't know what I would change it to, but I feel like I would probably, if I had to change someone's name, it would probably end up being Emily. But I don't know what I would change it to.
Yeah. It is hard to think of changing your doll's name because either you named them or they came that way and you just kind of built their personality around it, like you said. But
Yeah.
yeah. Um, have you ever thought about making a custom doll or a custom boy doll?
I have not really. I mean, I've kind of considered creating a boy doll, but I like my family how it is, like with it all being like just girls.
Hmm.
I feel like it would be easier in some stop motions to have a boy doll though. But
Yeah.
um, so I don't really see myself ever creating a boy doll. But I actually have customized my Samantha. I rewigged her last fall, I think it was. So now she has an Enea wig, but yeah, technically I have like kind of customized her.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've done multiple like customizations and they're really fun, but the eye swapping is so hard. Like
Yeah, I
people make
bet.
it
I've
look
never.
easy, but it's not.
That's what I've heard. I've never tried it. I've always been kind of scared to do that, but I think it sounds so cool. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to get them straight after you put them back in. Like, the getting them out isn't hard, it's the putting them back in that is.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, the
bet.
getting them out's still hard. Takes a lot of strength to get them out.
Yeah.
Are there any fun facts about you or your channel that you would like us to know?
Um, hmm. I don't know.
Like, do you have any hidden talents or something that most people don't know that is like kind of weird
Um,
or something like that?
well, I don't know if it really counts as a hidden talent, but but when I was little, I used to be able to whistle just like a bird. I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny because sometimes you might not even know it's a hidden talent until you do it around someone else and they're like, wait, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like that's a really, really random one, but just popped in my head. But I don't, yeah, I, I don't really have a whole lot of hidden talents.
So now moving on to behind the photo. It was recently revealed that you were competing in and ended up winning behind the photo, which is a photo contest run by Paris Wonders AG, if anyone was wondering. Would you like to talk about your experience in the contest a little bit?
Sure. I had so much fun in that contest. I thought like it was such a creative idea to have it be like anonymous too. Because like most of the photography competitions or all of the other photography competitions I've seen are like, you know, who the people competing are,
Mm-hmm.
which like is cool too. But like, I think it was like super fun and creative to like have it be anonymous. Um, and so I had a whole lot of fun with that one. And I've never really been into photography before it. I always was like more focused on filmmaking. So it was really fun to like, and like difficult, but really fun to like step out of my comfort zone and like work on like a different aspect of like like AGTube stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I had a whole lot of fun with that one. I thought it was super, super cool.
Yeah, and when you told me that you had done an accent, like with the high pitch thing, I was like, I knew it. I heard an accent. And then when you said it was you, I'm like, that she doesn't talk like that.
Yeah, I figured like we're gonna have to talk anyway. And Paris said she was gonna pitch it, but I was like, well, they're gonna like, they could recognize my voice, I
Hmm.
guess. Like, I don't know. But
Yeah,
so if I have the chance, why not do an accent just to like make it harder for people to guess it's me?
yeah. I feel like you and your sister have a very similar like accent. I don't know what it is, but like
Yeah.
you both talk very similar and it's pretty easy to recognize your voice. So I feel like even if it was just pitched, people would be able to hear it.
Hmm.
And I saw that someone else in like the comments said that they heard that it was you in your voice, even though you were doing an accent. And I'm like, how? That's not even how she talks.
I didn't recognize myself when I was watching the episode. I was like, oh wait, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
What was your favorite theme in the contest, and why was it your favorite theme?
Ooh, I really enjoyed the Color Week theme just because of like how like out there you can get with it.
Mhm.
But I really enjoyed the Floor is Lava one as well, even though my picture did not turn out how I wanted it to that week. But I had a lot of fun like creating like doing like working on that picture.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I actually like created like over 200 something little like soap things for that. Like I created like a tower with like a doll knocking over the lava soap
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Like the lava was on the floor, kind of. I don't
Mhm.
know. It didn't work out as well as I had hoped, but I had a lot of fun like creating that.
Nice. Yeah, it's always so fun to make sets, and usually you make pretty big sets in for your stop motions. So that was cool to see you do that in like the photos. And yeah, I feel like I haven't seen much of your photography personally because I didn't follow you on Instagram before when you had your original account.
Mhm.
Um, so I haven't seen much of it, but your photos in the contest were so cool every week. And I specifically loved your ugly locations photo and your colors week photo.
No,
Were
thank
there
you.
any behind the scenes in either of those that you would like to share?
Um, Well, for the ugly location week photo, I did not think that picture was going to turn out at all. That was like my backup photo for that week. I was going to do some crazy other thing that I didn't actually end up doing,
Mhm.
but so like I remembered that we had like kind of near my house. There's like a little construction site,
Uh-huh.
and like at like a shopping center. So I was like, oh, like we can like go over there and take a picture over there. And I remember that like it was like kind of huge and weird, and like it's a construction site, so like it was kind of
Mhm.
odd. So I did not think it was gonna work. But that one was kind of fun to take because it was like in public, which I love taking pictures and filming in public. So it just like was so much fun to me. So that one was kind of fun because I liked going out and doing it in public. But yeah, so that I don't really know about like crazy behind the scenes of that one. Other than I did try to figure out how to edit in that construction barrel, which was not easy because I like stink at editing. So that took a lot of figuring out. But yeah, that one was fairly simple comparatively. And then the color week one was actually I did that one like the day after, like within like one day I like figured out like I was in the competition and like had to take that picture because I was out of town. So I that one my cousin actually helped me, like she took me to Home Depot and she was like held the doll all precariously and like it was crazy. But um yeah, that one was fun though. That one also was a challenging thing to edit because I had to edit like my cousin's hand out of it, which
Uh-huh.
I had never edited like anything before. So that was kind of hard, but yeah, it worked out kind of.
Yeah, it did. I mean, I saw your behind the scenes on the Instagram, and
Mhm.
I didn't even notice that the like paint things in the background were like different than the rest of them, where you had edited the handout until I saw like the before and after.
Mhm.
And like it wasn't obvious at all unless you knew that it had been edited out.
Well, thank you.
But yeah, I think the ugly locations photo definitely turned out so cute. You can barely tell that you edited in that construction barrel.
Well, thank you. I'm glad.
Yeah, and your photos were always so crisp and clean. Did you use the same camera that you use when filming stop motions for your photos?
Typically I do. Actually, my camera broke right before behind the photo.
Okay.
So I've been using my sister's camera, which is the same camera I have, but she has like a fancier lens than I do.
Hmm.
Um, so I like technically yes, it is the same camera, and right now I am filming on that camera a lot because my camera is still broken. But yeah, so it technically yes, it is the same camera, but kind of not. I don't know.
Um, Also, when you take the photos, you what do you edit it through, like with just like vibrance and brightness and stuff like that? Do you use like a certain app or a website or?
Yeah, so I use well I have like an Apple laptop, so I use there's like the built-in editor that's like in the photo like app thing on the laptop. That's what I typically use to edit, like to adjust like colors and things.
Mhm.
Um, but for like more like photoshopping type things, I started using PicMonkey, which is like a website editor thing.
Mhm.
Um, and so yeah, I've started using that one for behind the photo, but before that I had never. I used it actually a long time ago when I first got into like AGTube stuff,
Mhm.
but I hadn't used it in probably like 7 years. So I was kind of like trying to figure out how to relearn how to use it. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I edit with.
Oh, cool. Because I take my photos on my camera, but my camera, for whatever reason, always puts the quality of the photos down a bit. Like,
Hmm.
not the, well, it's not as vibrant as I would want it to be.
Yeah,
And so I edit on my iPad, but my camera kind of brings the vibrance down on the photos, even though I have good lighting and everything.
yeah,
So I usually use Adobe Lightroom, which is a free app. And I also use something called Photoshop Fix, which helps with like the healing tool where I can take out like little strings if I have to hold up something, or if I
hmm,
have to have the doll's hands closer together than they would go and use like a hairband or something, then
yeah.
I can edit that out. And then also there's Photoshop Mix, which is helpful for like making those kinds of images where you have the background that is like where it's like those little checker blocks where it helps you like with the editing, so you can put it
Yeah.
on top of other things or behind them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's usually what I use. But it's kind of a big process because I take the photos on my camera and then I have to upload them to my computer, and then I have to email them to myself so I can get them onto my iPad. And then once I'm finished, then I email it back to my computer. So it's
Oh,
kind of a
wow.
big process,
Yeah.
but I like being able to have all the different editors. Usually I use at least 2 of them because they have a lot of nice features, but it's nice because they were all free. So
Yeah, that's awesome. Sounds super cool.
yeah, let's see. Were there any other tips that you learned while being in the contest and doing your photos that you would like to share with the audience or people who would be interested in entering next cycle of Behind the Photo?
Um, I don't know. I feel like hmm. I guess something like I've learned like with this contest is like it's okay to like get out there and be like as crazy with it as like possible. Like because I know at first I was like kind of like timid and like didn't want to like go and like do something crazy out of the box, like crazy. I don't know. But like towards the end it was like so much fun to like push yourself out of the box and like try to make it as like absurd as possible. So I guess like that would be a tip is just like go for it, like go crazy, because like that's like what the worst that can happen is like like you got to create while you have the chance, I guess. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know other than that. Also, like if you're gonna enter a doll that you think like is easy, well, I don't know, never mind, I don't know what I'm saying
I
now.
think I know what you mean. What you were going to say is like I entered my 44, which has really curly hair, in a photo contest.
Hmm.
It was really challenging. I would say like if it's like your first photo contest, don't enter a doll that has like really curly hair, or like you
Yeah.
don't want to like if it's like a really old doll or a really new doll that you know you don't want to take risks with and like possibly get like a scratch on or something.
Hmm.
Then maybe try a different doll, because at first I regretted that I entered my 44 because I didn't want to mess up her hair and I had just gotten her.
Hmm.
Um, but like there are a lot of things that you can do even with curly hair. But I feel
Yeah.
like if it was my first photo contest, I would have definitely preferred to enter a doll with like straight or longer hair that I could
Hmm.
do a lot with. Because there's a lot of fun things that you can do with hair.
Yeah.
If you're okay with like possibly messing it up.
Yeah, that's what I found when I entered my Kanani doll, and I had literally gotten her like 2 days before.
Yeah.
So I like had no experience with anything like Kanani related. So like I didn't like she ended up being like kind of hard to photograph. So like it's interesting, but like also her hair was kind of difficult to deal with. But
Mhm.
yeah, but also it was a really good like learning experience because like now I know like it like threw me into it, and I was like, okay, well, gotta figure out how to make my way out of this. So yeah, so like on one hand, like be aware of like who you're entering, but also like you're gonna like learn good things either way. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was probably a good choice to use your Kanani doll, because if you would have used one of your more well-known dolls, even though a lot of other people have those dolls, I feel like with your photography style along with the doll that people recognize, they probably would have been able to guess who you were more easily. But
Yeah, that's
since you
why I
used
wanted to
one,
use my Kanani, because I like was like, well, no one knows I have her, so they can't guess me.
yeah.
Lots of people actually did though. I was surprised.
Yeah, I had no idea. I'm like, I the accent definitely threw me off. I'm like, I don't know of any AGTubers who have Southern accents. Like there probably are several, but I'm not subscribed to any, and so I don't know, or maybe I am, but I don't remember specifically anyone who has a Southern accent. And I'm like, who could that be? And like it must be someone from Instagram that I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was definitely a funny little trick that you threw on us that we messed us up. but it helped the main idea of the contest, which was not to know who you guys were.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Oh, also, uh, what was your hint in your, let's see, for the week that you were supposed to do like a hint, I think it was episode 2, your photo was the Little Women one, right?
Yes.
That one was so good.
Thank
Like,
you.
I love that one so much. But yeah, I just watched I've watched the newest movie multiple times, and it's so good. And then, yeah, the photo just worked perfectly. Um, did you end up adding a hint to who you were in that photo?
Yes. So, okay. We added hints in every photo from then on, I believe. But that one was hard because I ended up changing my idea for that picture like 3 or 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to do Narnia at first, and that photo like terribly it turned out so bad.
Oh.
So I ended up like going with Little Women and stuff. Like it was really it was kind of difficult. But so in the picture, I actually forgot to put a hint in that one, and then while I was editing, it was like, wait, I'm supposed to do this. Like that's not good. So actually, with that one, I edited in a hint, the hint in that one I'm not a huge fan of. But I believe it's the right bottom-ish corner. It's like there's like a water bucket or like I'm trying to remember. I haven't seen the picture in a while,
Oh
but
yeah, I see it. I'm looking at the photo.
there's like yeah, like that metal bucket over there, and I edited in like a water droplet over there. It's like an animated little water droplet on that bucket somewhere. I don't remember where on the bucket it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that was my hint in that picture. I'm not happy with that one. I feel like it's not a very like hintish thing. I don't know, but
I think, yeah, if it was like in the shape of a dolphin or something, although that might
yeah.
have been like too much of a hint if someone saw it. That's
Mhm.
like the hard thing, is you don't want it to be too much of a hint. But
Yeah.
also at that point I found out which one was Perky Tomato like right
Mhm.
away. Just because like I know her style, and also that was her only American Girl doll at the time.
Mhm.
Um so I was used to seeing her. But she had sent me her photo for behind the photo, and asked me if I recognized her hint.
Mhm.
And I don't know if you caught it, but her hint was her little character from her channel walking through the forest in the background. And
Oh.
I recognized it when I saw it. She's like, "What is this?" And she circled like a little thing in the painting in the background. And like, "Is it your little figure?" And she's like, "Yes." Wow, that's crazy that you guys recognize it. Because like she didn't think that people were gonna recognize it. But she said that other people got it from the hint too.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, also her name kind of gave it away.
Yeah.
Seems like something that she would do. um,
So
but
fun.
yeah, I also really liked the name that you gave to your doll, the Blossom. I think that actually worked and like could actually have been her name. That like works for a Kanani doll.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like stuck for a name that I was like what is my pretend name gonna be? Like, um, but yeah, so I just like looked outside my window and saw a flower and was like, okay, blossom. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Um, so also most recently you were featured in the Sophie Awards presented by Mixie Pixie 7 and won the award for the best overall category. What was your reaction when you found out that you had won best overall?
I was so surprised. It was really, really late at night, and like it was like midnight or something. And I had to be quiet because the rest of my family was asleep. But I saw that Micah had reached out to me, and I like freaked out. I like was not expecting that at all. I was like so surprised that I had made it into the top 5, and like then I was like somehow won. Like I don't even know. I was like so surprised, and still am honestly. But yeah, so I don't know. I think the Sophie Awards are such a cool like opportunity for like everyone to like participate, and like I think it's so cool that, like select amount of people like technically like win the awards, but like really we're just like representing the rest of the AGTube community, which I think is so fun. So like whether like you win or not, like AGTube is like so cool, and like it's just like a big community thing. So yeah, I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah, I think it was so cool because you weren't even specifically running for a certain category, right? Or were you?
No, not really.
But you ended up being nominated in the top 5 for like 3 different categories.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Were you surprised that your shortest summer movie was nominated for the best summer movie?
Yeah, I was really surprised with that one because that one is actually like my least favorite movie I'd done this year. I was like, why is that one nominated? That one stank. But
Yeah, he's like secretly disappointed. He's like, why did you guys nominate that one?
yeah, but I was still like honored that like they thought it was worthy of like a nomination. But like that
Yeah.
one,
You're
but
like,
yeah,
wow, you guys like the one that I like the least.
yeah. But yeah, that was crazy. I'm so grateful.
Yeah, it was so cool because like I think I voted you for best summer movie. I don't I don't know how because I didn't specify like what summer movie. I guess usually people are running for a certain like with their one movie.
Mhm.
So I hadn't specified a certain movie. But I guess a lot of people had. I guess I was supposed to, but
Yeah,
yeah, I think I was also very surprised. I'm like, whoa, she got nominated for 3 categories, and I think someone else also got nominated for three categories. I don't remember who it was though.
yeah. I know the doll place got nominated for multiple. I don't remember how many though. But yeah, I think a lot of people got nominated for several. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I think that's really cool. Also, I know that one person, I think it was Sunshine Lemons AG. I'm not sure if you've heard of her, but she did a channel with with her sister. Uh, I forgot what it was called. Um, but oh, Chicago Creative Sisters.
but
Um,
that's the same girl. Whoa!
so yeah,
I've been friends with them for a long time. I didn't know that. Oh, okay, cool. That's really really cool.
I think I'm pretty sure that's right, but
That
uh,
makes sense because their names are the same.
yeah.
I
So
couldn't connect the dots.
I think they decided to separate and do 2 different channels. So she did her sister did The Sound of Zero and she did Sunshine Lemons AG.
Yeah,
And so I think it was either her specific channel of Sunshine Lemons AG or their channel with both of them that won best photography. And if it was
yeah,
her separate channel with Sunshine Lemons AG, I think that was really cool because she only has like 150 subscribers.
yeah.
Even though she had other outlets to like ask people to vote for her, I noticed
Mhm.
that there were a lot of people with very few subscribers that ended up getting into the top 5. And so
Yeah,
it just goes to show like you don't need a ton of subscribers to get into the Sophie Awards.
yeah,
You just need to like have what people think's the best for that category. So it's
yeah,
not really about how many subscribers you have, even though having a lot of subscribers definitely helps you get more votes. Well, probably. Um, but yeah, you don't need a ton of subscribers to run for the Sophie Awards or to get in.
yeah, yeah. I think that's so cool. Um, yeah. Everyone on AGTube is so talented. Like it's constantly blowing me away.
Yeah, definitely. Like everyone edits their own videos, posts their own videos, films them, does stop motions, which is a whole nother set of talents. And most people do different voices for their dolls. Um, Sometimes it's just slight differences, or sometimes it's dramatic differences that are so cool to hear all the different voices.
Yeah.
Um,
It's crazy to think like we're all like most of us anyway are like still like kids and like we're like somehow making like full like film productions. Like
I
it's just
know,
crazy.
right? It's
It's so
crazy.
fun.
Oh, sorry. um, so like yeah, it's really crazy because most of us are like even like the older ones are still in college. Like
Yeah.
I think and Micah's one of the oldest. Well, that's not true, but like one of the that I know of that still makes stop motions and stuff.
Hmm.
There are adult collectors that are AGTubers, but for the most part, I've noticed that they usually just go towards like opening and reviewing videos and stuff like
Yeah.
that rather than stop motions.
Uh-huh.
Which makes sense because you have a lot less time when you're doing a full-time job and
Yeah.
just being an adult. um, but I feel like, yeah, it's really crazy because some of them are some age YouTubers are like there's younger than like 7, but like
Mhm.
kids who are like 7 are making stop motions that are really good and like going through all this work and time to make these stop motions.
Mhm.
And I am honestly shocked that I've been able to continue my channel for almost 2 years because I am usually so busy that
Mhm.
I it's crazy that I've been able to find the time to make these stop motions, which takes so long. But I
Mhm.
guess it's a passion of mine, so I make time for it.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised that that 12-year-old me was able to start this and then continue it
Yeah, that's so cool.
and not get discouraged by the fact that I only had like 10 subscribers and like 2 views on my videos.
Yeah, because subscribers and views don't really matter. Like, what matters is that like you're doing what you love, and
Yeah,
that's
definitely. But I feel like for younger kids, especially, or for younger me, I know, it definitely like looking back, I feel like it would have encouraged me more if I would have had like comments on my video, like people that actually commented on my videos.
Mhm.
Which is part of the reason why I didn't used to do this, but part of the reason why now I I make sure to like subscribe to smaller age YouTubers or people who just start out
Mhm.
because everyone has to start somewhere, and if you don't subscribe to someone just because their stop motions are bad or just because they don't post very much or just because they just started and only have like 5 subscribers, they're going to get better probably at least. So like that's not really a reason not to subscribe to them.
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
think
it's
like
yeah.
I think like all like everyone's stop motions are like great in their own way,
Hmm.
and like it's so cool to see like because it's all art. So like there's not like a wrong way to do art. So like I don't
Yeah.
know, like it's just so fun to like see all the different like ways that people do it and like the different like I don't know what the word is, but like the different ways people do it. I guess I don't know. I think
Yeah.
it's so cool to see all of that though.
Yeah, and it's fun to see like when people try new things in stop motions, like making things fly across the room or having the dolls fall, and
Yeah,
like it's really cool to see all those different processes.
yeah, definitely. I love seeing like people experiment like that. It's so fun.
Hmm. Yeah. Um. Oh, are there any changes or improvements that you've made to your channel this year that you think may have helped you win the Best Overall award?
Um, I don't know honestly. I mean I don't know. I feel like I'm so surprised that people think like that I like should win best overall because like that's absolutely insane to me. But so I don't know honestly. I feel like maybe I don't. I mean I don't know why people voted me for that, but I mean I'm so grateful for it, but I I don't understand it. But I think like maybe one thing that like if I were to try to put myself in the voter shoes maybe is like I've made longer videos this year, I guess. I
Hmm.
don't honestly know. It's so surprising to me. I don't know.
Yeah, because I feel like I think either Best stop motion is probably the most competitive category because so many
Mhm.
people do stop motion.
Yeah.
But best overall is like that's like a huge honor because usually you think of like people that have a ton of subscribers, and I mean, even though I think the Sophie Awards is like up to like what was it? What was the max for like amount of subscribers?
I think it's like 4,000, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so. But if you think about it, there's like so many other age YouTubers that have way more subscribers and like are
Mhm.
more popular, so to speak. But people still like they thought of you as the best overall, and that's just so cool.
Yeah, I'm so like so honored to like have people think like that. I don't know. I'm so grateful.
So along with being behind the photo and best overall in the Sophie Awards, you've also managed to come out with 3 summer movies this summer, one of which was also nominated for a Sophie Award. So how did you manage to make 3 AGSM movies this summer?
Um, Okay, well, the first one I uploaded, I actually started working on that one in October. So that one took a long time, but so
Yeah.
that one was pretty fast to come out with in the summer because I was done with it when the summer came. Um, so that one was kind of like an accidental summer movie because it just happened to be done in time for summer. And then I'm trying to think, the second one that came out, that one was not intentionally going to be a movie. That one was, I'm trying to remember what I called that one. Like Greenlee with a case of nervousness or something.
I think that was it, yeah.
I don't remember. But that one was actually meant to be just like a short, like 3-minute stop motion, and I turned into something big.
Oh.
But yeah, I made that one for a contest, and so that the contest deadline like helped me like get my act together and make it like come out fast.
Oh
So
yeah, wasn't that the one for glass-handed dolls contest?
Yeah.
Did it end up getting one of the places? I don't remember.
I believe I got 3rd place in that contest, but it's been a while.
I was like, wait, what? That deserves like at least 2nd.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I had also entered the contest, and I didn't get into the places, but all the entries were so cool. And it's funny how you started off like going to make like a 3-minute stop motion, and then it turns into a 10-minute summer movie.
Yeah. Everyone who entered that contest is like so talented. I loved every single entry. Like, and like the one, I don't remember the channel name. I'm bad at remembering titles and channel names, but the girl who I believe won 1st place with the music video was so good. Like, I watched that music video like 3 or 4 times because like I love that video so much.
Do you remember what music video it was? Because I don't remember.
I don't remember. I don't remember. Sorry.
It's okay.
Find it really fast. I don't.
Glass-handed dolls has a playlist on her channel of all the entries.
Okay.
I remember I specifically really liked the horsing around one that Purple Dogs and AG did. That one was really cute.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. I think the one I was talking about was called like Modern Romance by The Dolls Have the Phone Box.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see that one.
But yeah, they were all like so good. I like was amazed by all of them.
Yeah, they were all so cool. And like it was probably so hard to choose which one to win, but
yeah. Judging contests are so hard.
I know. If even just like with my photo contest, it's so hard because I mean usually there's like someone who is kind of obviously going to get top that week, but then from there on like it's so hard because I don't want to eliminate anyone.
Yeah.
And then everyone is just so good at the photos, at like what they did with the theme, and it's really hard because everyone had a different take on the theme.
Yeah.
And everyone put so much work into their photos. So I'm like, I don't want to eliminate you because you like put so much work into your photo.
Yeah. Judging a photography contest would be really hard, I would assume.
Yeah. Do you have any tips for time management when it comes to balancing YouTube with your personal life?
Whenever I have free time, I guess like that's whenever I just do doll stuff. So like I don't know, I'm not like a super like crazy busy person. Like I guess I kind of am. I don't know. It depends on the day.
Yeah.
So like whenever I have free time, I just do doll stuff, and like sometimes even if I'm not really feeling it, but like I know like right now actually, I've been working on another summer movie. And so this one, I keep like falling out of inspiration for this one, but then like suddenly I'll get like a crazy burst of inspiration. But like whenever, like yesterday, I did not want to write the script at all, but I knew like I was actually going to enter it into a film festival, but I realized it doesn't meet the requirements, so I'm not going to do that anymore. But so I was going to like make sure it was done by the deadline, So I was like, well, I have to like finish the script today and do this and this and this. Even though I like really wasn't inspired by it, like I just like made myself do it. Which eventually, like if you do that enough, for me anyway, I always like get inspired because I'm doing it. But like even if I didn't want to do it in the first place, does that make sense?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. Like for me, I know it sounds weird, but like forcing myself to do it always like helps. Like I don't know. I don't know really what I'm saying, but yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel like for me also like inspiration is like helps when I'm like sitting in front of my dollhouse just looking at it thinking of like things, or like I know Micah takes a lot of inspiration from her videos from stuff that happened in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of other people do as well. So I think that's always cool to see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying, like even if you don't want to do it, like if you know you enjoy it, like if you know you enjoy filming, for example, and you don't like the script writing process, then just
Mm-hmm.
make yourself write the scripts so you can get to the filming process.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Do you think that your channel, or do you think that you will become more inactive on your channel once school starts again?
I don't really think so. I mean, I hope not.
Yeah.
I'm actually homeschooled. So like the
Same.
school year schedule doesn't really like affect me too
Uh-huh.
bad. Because like I'm the kind of person who like wakes up early and like tries to knock it out as fast as possible.
Mhm.
Like well, still being like diligent with it, but
Yeah.
um, but yeah. So school doesn't typically like affect my schedule too bad. I mean, like it definitely changes a little bit, but not too bad. I hope to make a lot of videos this coming fall, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it's nice that that you're homeschooled, because I feel like if I was in public school, because I'm also homeschooled, so I feel like if I was in public school, I would not have time to do my
Yeah.
channel. Like I know of some girls who are public, like go to public school, but also do their channel. I'm like, how on earth do you have time to
Hmm.
like with being at school all day and then homework? How do you have time to make like a long stop motion? But I think it's really nice because just like in between subjects or like at lunch break or whatever, I can just come and do stop motion.
Hmm.
And that definitely helps. Like I don't know how I'd be able to finish like hardly any stop motions if I went to public school.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be a lot harder.
Yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, also I think it's really nice because I feel more comfortable around my friends because I feel like I know everyone in my class personally. Um,
Hmm.
so it's nice because I feel very comfortable telling them about my dolls and about my channel, and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, also some people might be confused listening to this, like, what, your class? You just said you're homeschooled. To explain, I go to a 1 day a week like class group thing, and then we get homework assigned from there and do it the rest of the week and then come back the next week on the same day. So that's what I meant from that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's super awesome.
Are there any upcoming stop motions that you're working on that you would be able to give us a behind the scenes or sneak peek on?
Well, the big thing I'm working on right now is the movie that I mentioned earlier. I'm super excited about this one because it takes place at summer camp, which is something I've always wanted to like film at. Like, and I'm not actually filming it at a summer camp, but like I always wanted to like film something in that setting, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm really excited about that one because I think the sets are going to be super fun with that one.
Nice. Is that
Um,
the one that you're going to be probably taking people for voices?
Yes, that's the one I'm probably gonna, I decided the other day, I'm going to be hosting auditions for that one with like, and
Nice.
have other AGTubers voice it, which is gonna be super fun. I'm really,
Yeah.
really excited. But
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure. I'll definitely be entering. That sounds like so much fun.
thank you. But
Um,
yeah, that's probably the main one that I'm super excited about right now. Other than that, I don't really have any normal stop motions in the works right now, but
mhm.
probably will be soon.
Which of your stop motions do you think took the most time and effort? Because I know you made a 30-minute stop motion, but I was thinking that there might be another one that, even though it was shorter, took more time or more effort to complete.
Yeah. Well, the 30-minute one that you mentioned earlier definitely took the cake on that one. But I guess I'm trying to think. I haven't looked back at my videos in a long time, so I'm kind of like forgetting all of them right now. But um, I guess other than like movies, then um, I feel like the one I made, now I don't remember what it's called. Usually I don't forget the titles of videos so badly like I am today. But I think I don't remember, maybe it was Greenlee's acting opportunity, which came out in like January, I believe.
Uh-huh.
That one, I spent a long time on that one because I was like, that was back when I was like going crazy with like plot intertwining like different plots and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But so that one took a lot of like pre-production, like thought for that one. So that one probably took a lot of like time for that one. But other than that, I mean, a lot of them take different amounts of time and craziness. But that's the first one that came to my mind.
Cool. Yeah, I think the 30-minute stop motion is crazy. Like that took you like how many months was that? You said you started in like October.
Yeah, I think it took me 6 months. I'm pretty
That's
sure.
crazy. I don't think I'd be able to stay motivated for one stop motion for 6 months. Like
Yeah, I definitely lost inspiration throughout the thing, but my my good friend Sprinkles from AG
oh yeah,
World Sprinkles, like definitely helped me stay inspired for that one. So
nice. Yeah, because I was working on a stop motion that took me like 2 months to film, and
Mhm.
I like I didn't really lose inspiration for that one because I had the idea previously and I was really excited to film it. So I
Mhm.
guess it just depends on how excited you are to film it or
Yeah,
like the process that goes into making it. But even just 2 months seemed like a really long time, and yeah, I think it was really cool to be working on like that was the biggest thing I've filmed so far, but it's really not that. It's like I think it's like 6 or 7 minutes long, but it's like the longest thing I've filmed so far, and so that was like the biggest project. So that was fun to do. Um,
yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, it was a really random idea that came to me. Um, I had started to film it a while ago. I actually want to share the behind the scenes of like the the scenes that I had filmed
Mhm.
when I first built my dollhouse. They're like the stop motion just from then to when I refilmed it is like obviously different.
Mhm.
And like even just when I'm filming long stop motions, if I take too long to film it, which is this is kind of a good thing, but also kind of a bad thing. But if I take too long to film it, it's obvious that my stop motion skills have gotten better since I
Yeah,
started.
yeah.
Um, so like the stop motion movie might start out kind of choppy and then it gets smoother as it goes on.
Yeah, I totally get that. Whenever I filmed the 30-minute movie Fear Stand Down, I actually filmed it like way out of order because I was like filming it by like scenes
Mm-hmm.
or like setting. Like what I mean is like by set. So like
Yeah.
I filmed like all the scenes in one set at the one time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So like even though like I'm sure I did get better towards the end, I like they're all mixed in together. So like there's
Mm-hmm.
not really a way to tell, but yeah,
Yeah.
projects that take over a long time like that, you can totally tell. It's so funny. I
Yeah,
think
it
it's
is.
cool to like see the progress.
Yeah, definitely. It's really crazy how like you don't notice it when you're doing it, but I feel like it's usually just get more patience by going through it because you're always able to make smooth stop motions. It's just how much patience you give the project.
Yeah.
Um, oh, I also noticed that you tend to film outside a lot for your stop motions. So when filming outside, is it difficult for you to keep the dolls upright, like if it's windy? And how do you keep the lighting even?
Yeah, I really enjoy filming outside a lot, which is kind of ironic because I live like in a place where it's always super hot, so that's a challenge in itself. But for standing them up straight, I don't know. I actually haven't filmed outside in a little while, but um, I think I don't know where I live. It's not super windy all the time. It's
Mm-hmm.
not windy most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And like my dolls are actually pretty good at standing up on their own. A couple of them don't like to stand, but um, whenever I film outside, I always try to like make sure that they're in shoes that are easy to stand up because some shoes are just a lot harder. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I own a couple pairs of shoes that like I rarely film in because
Oh,
they don't stand up well. Um,
definitely.
but yeah, so like shoes definitely help. And for lighting, I don't know. I honestly like I people have asked me this question before, and I don't honestly have like a way to keep it even. It just kind of is like that. And if
Yeah.
it's, I always like try to refilm it. Or like if I'm typically I don't like, I don't know, like if it's like super like cloudy and like weird like sporadic clouds. I mean, like if it's going to be like weird like choppy lighting,
Hmm.
then like I guess I try not to film like that scene on that day, or like just
Hmm.
like wait it out, I guess.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. For the lighting one, I don't really have any like crazy like weird thing I do for that.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Do you ever use doll stands to keep them standing if it is really windy, or you always just go without doll stands?
I don't actually own a doll stand, so I have never actually tried that before. But I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, my sister built these like little like wooden like plaque things. She took like a little tiny like square of wood,
Hmm.
and like put like a nail through the bottom of it, to where like you can stand it in the grass and like push it down into the dirt, you know.
Oh.
And it works great for like standing dolls up in grass, because it's like flat surface.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't use that a whole lot, but I used to do that pretty often. Those definitely help a lot.
Yeah, I used to use doll stands in all of my stop motions, mostly because I think I was trying to film on my carpet, and it is
Mm,
impossible to make them stand on carpet.
yeah,
Um, but I mostly, I guess, when I was filming with doll stands, to not be able to see them, I mostly put the dolls in long dresses so you weren't able to see the stand going down, and then
yeah,
just filmed like more of the top half of their body.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I have figured out how to do it without doll stands now. And I was filming outside uh, pretty recently, and it was so windy, and the dolls kept trying to blow over, and then I had to wait out that gust of wind and just like hold their heads and just like,
Yeah,
please don't fall, please don't fall. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, that was hard. I did plan on bringing doll stands, but I forgot, so I had to film without them. But it ended up being fine. There weren't. It was mostly flat ground that I was filming on, so.
Yeah. Filming with wind is interesting. Like, whenever I was filming the last scene in Ducks in a Row, actually, the movie that was nominated for the Sophie
Uh-huh.
Awards, which that scene was weird in its own way because I had like, I think I counted like 19 dolls in that scene or something,
Oh, wow.
which it was an outside scene, so that was interesting. But uh, whenever I was filming with my sister's doll Anya, whose wig is not glued on because she recently kind of like rewigged her,
Uh-huh.
um, and so she fell over because of the wind, and like her wig fell off,
Oh no.
and put it back on, and I wasn't done filming with her yet. So I was like, what am I gonna do? Because I wasn't at my house, I was like filming at a park,
Mhm.
and I can't get her wig back on. But yeah, so I had to like shoot around it and like figure out how to make it look right. But so there's a little fun fact about that scene. But yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering, do you ever do this when your dolls like fall or when something in the scene moves? Do you ever like change the uh view of like how you're looking at the doll?
Hmm.
Like move the camera just purposely because I recently was filming and then my doll fell backwards and I'm like, well, if I put you back up, it'll be obvious that you jumped. So uh I just like took the camera and moved so it was a different angle so it wasn't so obvious that she had fallen in between shots.
Yeah, yeah, I do that a lot. Yeah. Sometimes you're able to stand them up and it makes it look like they just like move like a normal stop motion
Hmm.
like pose thing. But sometimes it's kind of impossible.
Yeah, definitely. Um, oh, have you done any collabs with other AGTubers before?
Yes. I don't remember how many, but I've done one with Violet Dolls or Violet Dollies, I mean, back like last summer, and then I did one with AG World Sprinkles, like last fall. Trying to think, and I'm in the process of like 3 more, I think, right now. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, collabs are so much fun. I love doing collabs.
Yeah, I've done what? Well, I've done one stop. Wait, yeah, I've done one stop motion one, and then I think like 2 other just like video ones that weren't actually stop motions.
Mhm.
But yeah, those were definitely really fun. The first one I did, my stop motion skills were so bad. It was like when I first started. I mean, it was just really choppy. I guess the storyline was good, and I looking back, it's kind of cringy. Um, but I'm actually think it'd be kind of fun to remake that stop motion movie because it really wasn't that long. Um,
Mhm.
so actually that might be kind of fun to remake. Uh, but yeah, anyway, I've done a few collabs and they're definitely really fun. And part of the reason why I started this collab channel to get to know other AGTubers and to get to talk to people. Like, if I had started this collab channel, I probably would have never gotten to. Well, I probably would have eventually gotten to know you, but I wouldn't have been able to like do this interview and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
um,
it's so fun.
yeah, I'm really excited because I've been able to become better friends with the other 6 girls in the group, and
Yeah.
they have a lot of contacts of other AGTubers, and then each person that we interview has um knows more AGTubers. So it's really nice to be able to
Mhm.
connect AGTube like that.
Yeah, it's so fun. I think like your collab channel thing that you're doing is like such a great like community thing for AGTube. Like I love it so much.
Thank you. Um, I was wondering if you would recommend that other AGTubers should reach out to other AGTubers to do collabs.
Yes, definitely. I think collabs are so much fun. Like it's such a great way to like make friends on AGTube. And it's also like a really great learning experience because like each person does like stop motion so differently. Like not just stop motions. I've only done stop motion collabs, so I don't know.
Mhm.
But like each person does their own does like for example stop motions. It's like so differently that it's
Mhm.
so cool to like learn from them and like see how like they do what they do because like you might be doing the same thing but like you do it totally different. It's so fun to like learn from their process, and it's also really fun to like figure out how to like work your processes together and like create something together because it's so fun to like I know I've done collabs with people who like do it totally different than me, and it's so fun to like figure out how to like it's confusing at times but it's really fun to like figure out how to do it together, which is super fun. So I would definitely recommend going and doing collabs.
Yeah, when you did collabs with other AGTubers, did you notice your channel growing after you posted the collab?
Um, maybe. I don't remember that particularly. I don't know. I don't really like pay attention to that a whole lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't not particularly. Though I know like it can be a good way to get your channel out there, but I always do it just more for like the fun, like learning aspect of it. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
definitely. It's probably more of a better learning experience than it is an opportunity to grow your channel, even though that probably helps if you are able to collab with someone who has more subscribers than you, or even the same amount. Honestly, it doesn't even really matter. Just
Yeah.
depends on who's interested in checking out your channel. But
Hmm.
yeah, I feel like even if you don't get any subscribers from that collab, which you probably will get a few, but even if you don't get any, learning experience is definitely worth it. And
Yeah.
just like learning how to work together with a person who you've probably never met in real life before
Hmm.
is really cool. And like if YouTube wasn't invented, which it that would be like that's kind of weird to think about. But if it wasn't invented, um, then like none of us would be able to get to know each other like this. At least not through
Yeah.
YouTube. Um, and I've met so many people that live like across the country or in different countries
Yeah.
that I would have never met before. Like I probably would have never met someone who lives in like New York or Virginia or whatever, just like places that are really far away from me that I probably would never meet them if I hadn't met them online, which is
Yeah.
really cool.
It's crazy. I've met some of my best friends through YouTube, like through AGTube. So it's
Yeah.
just awesome.
Yeah, it's so fun, and especially when you can actually like this has never happened to me, but I hope I can eventually meet people from AGTube. But it's probably so fun when you're able to like go and meet people at meetups or just
Yeah.
like you realize someone lives near you. Like I've met several people online that live like in the same state as me, but then still not close enough that we'd be able to like just meet each other. But there
Mhm.
is one girl who I think once COVID is less, then I will be able to hopefully meet her at the AJ store near us. So that would be really fun. Um, but yeah,
That's so fun. So cool. Like, because like you realize like they're actual people that like you're talking to. Like it's so fun. Like
yeah,
I don't know. I love meeting people so much. It's just so cool.
yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for being a guest on this podcast. You've been an amazing guest, and it was so fun to talk to you. Thank you so much for joining us today. And you guys listening to the podcast totally need to check out her channel. It is so amazing and will be linked in the description.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been so much fun.
So this is the end of episode 5 for the AGTube Central podcast series. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next week with another special guest. Bye for now.